So I see this idea, and I really like it. If Stuttering Craig has the ability to do so, and if he is, yeah, this is what you need. I mean, even like the big time award shows, doesn't one of them have like what are they called, Razzles or something for like the worst movie or some crap like that? They have like the Razzle Awards or whatever it is. So I mean, having so the Real Game Awards will feature awards for gaming failures. That'd be amazing. Stuttering Craig's the Real Game Awards will both celebrate positive achievements in gaming, and shine a light on some of the most abysmal failures. While Jeff Cayley's Code and High Affair, the Game Awards claim to represent gamers and give them a voice, is actually anything but that. Yeah, his is basically run by the media, the mainstream media, the big name, the AAA companies, the journalists, and their voices comprise of 90% of the votes. Gamers, the true gamers, only represented 10%. So even if every player was to vote for one specific game for be like game of the year, it wouldn't matter because you have all those other people voting against you. 90% voting against you. So it doesn't really even matter. The star-studded corporate-backed event doesn't actually speak for the gaming community at large. Nominees are decided by a committee of industry insiders from show media outlets like Polygon, IGN, and Variety. And despite Kaylee claiming that players can vote on award winners, their votes only count for 10% of the results. And a whopping 90%, not 9, not 19, 90% is determined by the same panel of journalists. This is what caused Stuttering Craig of Side Scrollers to launch the Real Game Awards, a show designed to give gamers their voice back. But according to Craig on Twitter, the new show will be more to celebrate the positive achievements of the games players love. It will also shine a spotlight on the abysmal failures and DEI disasters in the gaming industry. All right, so we got Grums posting this. DEI slop of the year for the biggest commercial and critical failure of the year. I mean, nothing compares to Concord. The game's so bad that it had to be pulled from shelves and from online. But every single one of these games, like, does anyone even talk about any of these games anymore? Of like Unknown 9? Hang on. All right, so I just want to see how many people are streaming this on Twitch. So Unknown 9, no one. Let's see. Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League. One person, 3 viewers. Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws. 15. Okay, so let's see. Still not that many. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you have about 30 right here. So 30, like 30, 32, 33, 34, 35. So 40 people total. Uh, oh boy, Dustborn. One. One. So I'm pretty sure Dragon Age is still somewhat played right now because, let's see. Dragon Veilguard. Um, you can see it's not nearly as much. I mean, look at all these 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then even at the highest, 220, 229, 175, 99. And then it goes from these big double digits, and use triple digits, double digits, all the way down to 20 and So these games are not popular at all. And I would, and Concord, you can't even check because you can't even play it anymore. So all these games, abysmal. Let's see. How about oh, no wonder why. Black Myth Wukong. All right, so we still got some good views on Black Myth. Wasn't there? See, how about Super No, I think I just put Brothership. Super Mario and Luigi Brothership. Haha. Well, not as many people playing this. It's a really good game though. I think it might have been a short game if I remember. I mean, because the RPG, the Mario games, they're never long. So most people have probably played it and beaten it. Kind of like this game, Echoes of Wisdom, is a short game. It's a really short game, even though it's the world is a lot bigger, kind of like it is in Breath of the Wild. It's still a really short game, you know. So I can imagine Mario and Luigi Brothership. People went and played it. They're like, okay, cool, good game, good game. Um, yeah, we already saw that. Starter Craig responded to the post and noted that while Kaylee would never do an award like this during his show, the Real Game Awards will have such categories for the players to vote on. Um, I said this in another thread, but Jeff would never do this because he needs the industry's acceptance to show his work. Craig said, we don't and aren't asking for it. We certainly have plenty of awards focusing on how great games are, but but most certainly we have several categories to showcase the crap, including biggest industry failure, biggest cash grab. this game. Oh yeah, we have fat ass Sonic over here. Uh, the IMAX Fortune Air and longtime Access Media game journalist filed to copyright the Game Awards. Yeah, I've talked about this already extensively and with the other videos. Yeah, we unlikely blah blah blah. But I think this is great because if you're going to talk about the 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 peaks of gaming, you need to talk about the failures. Like I said, don't they have an entire award show like the Razzles or something where it's just bad stuff? You know, worst movie, worst this, or a section in like the Golden Globes or Emmys or something like that where they bring up the crap. So I mean, it's a video game award show for gamers by gamers. It lets the gamers choose, and truly vote, unlike right now where it's like, oh, 90% of the vote is coming from the mainstream media, the big media outlet, the gaming outlets, and 10% coming from the actual gamers. So I really like this idea. And it'll be like, well, it's going to draw more people to it because people are going to be drawn more to an award show where it's talking about everything, including the bad stuff. So I think there's definitely an appeal for that. Um, oh, here's Craig. It's Craig. Hi, Craig. Um, Concourse, Sony's 400 million fiasco. DEI destroys everything. Concord, one of the biggest L's of the decade, maybe all time. We're talking about ET cartridge dumped in a landfill level of failure. But at least ET is still playable. One clear winner. Yeah, I mean, as bad as these are, I mean, this is Mrs. Freeze. It looks like an angry Asian dude. No one remembers this crap. This was just terrible upon launch, and it still is. one of the biggest early April Fool's jokes in the world, worst written character of all time, but nothing holds a candle to a game that was out for 2 weeks before it was pulled from shelves and removed from online. You can't beat it. You can't beat that. I mean, how do you mess up so badly that your game has to be pulled from shelves, where your servers have to go down and never come back up? So, there's one winner. There's one winner. Such strong candidates. I'll pick the one to pronouns. It has to be Concord. Suicide Squad deserves honorable mention for being the point gamers finally said no more, and Dragon Age deserves all its flack too. But Concord is infamous for how woke it was, how fast it came and went, and the damage it did to the gaming industry as a whole. The one that just certainly destroyed an entire studio. Oh wait, that doesn't really narrow it down. I'll have to go with Concord. With over $400 million budget wasted and made history in terms of fastest end of service after long game launch, I think the winner should be Concord. Of course. Of course. Second best-selling game. It barely reached 1 million copies sold. And given that each game is $70, the game cost $300 million to make, and it only made a total of around $35 million. So what world are you living in? What world are you living in when you think that Dragon Age wasn't a flop? Also, then 30,000 people wanted a refund. So that's $2 million just in refunds. But sure, it was a huge success. This game's been out for 3 weeks, never broke 100K. 100K users, and current daily max is less than 25,000 players on Steam. Huge. Maybe studio-ending disaster for BioWare. But I mean, can't really expect much from them. But anyway, yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great. Um, and actually, your opinion, mine would definitely be Concord. I mean, a game so bad that it had to be pulled. But in your opinion, what game deserves to be DEI flop of the year? Let me know. But yeah, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.